Hi everyone. Do you believe in coincidences or luck? Do coincidences hold any meaning, or are they meaningless? What if I told you that there is no such thing as a coincidence? That instead, events that appear to be random and serve no significant purpose are actually important and have a much deeper meaning. This is what is known as synchronicity. Essentially, everything happens for a reason. Everything in the universe is interconnected. One thing cannot exist without the other. Positive cannot exist without negative, and so on. So everything that occurs in the universe serves a purpose. Everything that happens in our lives serves a purpose. It's fate, destiny, if you will. Now, many people use the term coincidence to describe two or more events that occur that share some common elements but are essentially not related. But in theory, any event that seems like a mere coincidence does in fact serve a purpose and has meaning. It's up to the individual experiencing it to discover that meaning and apply it where necessary. There are hidden meanings and hidden energy all around us, but we have been trained not to see it. We are spiritually aware from birth, but as we grow, we learn to not pay attention to things like our intuition. Our intuition is a form of extrasensory perception. Most of us have learned to not pay attention to it or trust it, primarily through conditioning and environmental factors, and so it becomes dormant and inactive. But we still have the ability, and like any skill, it takes time to develop it further and learn to trust it, for it is never wrong, only our perception of it can be flawed. This will allow you to become spiritually aware, and synchronicities will start manifesting themselves, and you will recognize them and find meaning in what it is trying to tell you. You will see meaning you never did before, and you can learn and develop from it. It could be a positive or negative synchronicity, but the principle is that there is something to be learned from it. It's for personal growth. We manifest our own reality by our actions and thoughts, karma in a sense. When you believe something strong enough and set out to accomplish it, life will send you opportunities and ways of achieving it. You can just have to realize and discover the meaning and relevance of the situation. While synchronicities won't always be positive, there is always something to learn from them. If we think negatively, thinking the worst, emotionally dysfunctional, perhaps even projecting negativity onto others, then we will attract the same. If instead we can see the positive of the situation and what we can learn from it, displaying acts of kindness and remaining open and optimistic, we can attract positive people and events into our lives to help us further develop and learn. What we must learn from synchronicities are to recognize these events so we can benefit and learn from the experience and shape our future. Let's look at a few examples of synchronicity. Let's say you are having some financial troubles. You need an accountant, but don't know where to look. Before going to work, you go online and try searching. You spend so much time that you forget you have to go to work, and in turn, are late. You leave 15 minutes past the time you usually do. You think your day is not going to be great because, for one, you have financial worries. Now you are late to the job and fear your very strict boss. You cannot get fired. Not during these hard times. When you show up, you get on the elevator and meet someone that will change your life for the better. You meet a man and realize he is an accountant. Perhaps one you even were considering when looking that very morning. You two begin talking, and he says he can help you with your financial troubles. You would have never met him if you weren't late to work, if you didn't spend that time in the morning on the computer, stressed, looking for an accountant. And now, here he is. Do you write this off as coincidence or perhaps luck? It's actually a synchronicity. This was a very clear and obvious synchronicity, but let's look at another example that is not so obvious, one that holds a different meaning. You keep seeing a number or word everywhere you go. Let's say it is the word health. You have no idea why you keep seeing it and what it means, so you pass it off as just coincidence. Despite the fact that you keep seeing it multiple times a day, you dismiss it and don't acknowledge it. Over the next few days, you begin to get very ill. Your health is declining as you become sick. Then you realize the meaning of what life was trying to tell you. It kept showing you the word health because your health was about to be affected, but you paid no attention to it and thus couldn't prevent it. In this case, health was representing your own health, so you paid attention to your health. Perhaps begin eating better and exercising may have prevented your illness from manifesting, but you paid it no mind, and now it is too late to prevent it since you already became ill. That is your intuition's way of telling you things you are not consciously aware of. The events manifested as synchronicities, and you passed them off as coincidences, so you could not benefit from it. These sorts of things happen to all of us, and it's very common. However, many times we don't pick up on it and don't even realize because we have been trained not to. For those that have developed their intuition and trust and rely on it, these types of synchronicities can be very clear. On a related note, what about luck? Does luck exist? The same principle applies. Was this person just lucky they found the accountant? Luck only refers to positive outcomes. When someone is lucky, they have positive things manifesting in their lives. But this is not luck or coincidence, since it is actually synchronicity. When you get right down to it, an event will happen if it's destined to happen. But this doesn't mean to give up if you are having a hard time getting to where you want to be, because the effort to get there is what could make you succeed, or at the very least, allow you to learn skills needed to venture into a much more meaningful path in life. But it is up to you to recognize this and see it as a positive instead of a negative. When you realize that nothing in this universe is meaningless, that it serves a purpose, and it is our responsibility to figure out what that is, to learn and better ourselves in this world, this completely changes one's thinking and approach on life and how to deal with the hardships of life. Learning from what life gives us every day, every situation, negative and positive, is a way for us to learn and grow. Do you know why events manifest in your life? Do you see where there is room for improvement and what can be learned from the situation? Do you see every day as a learning experience and way of improving your well-being? That even the most negative situations are learning experiences and a chance for personal growth? Have you discovered your purpose in life? These are all questions to take into consideration. So, I thank you for watching and hope this was beneficial.